Hey YouTube, what's happening? Chris here. Want to bring you all an update on Litecoin, Bitcoin, the pairing. Right now we're up 1.92%, so we're still trying to get a little bit more out of this move, guys. You can see we've just been really fighting hard here, really trying to get through. I had a little trend line drawn right here. It was on the 4-hour chart, and we actually broke up through that. Now we're going to see if we actually close above that today. But it's looking like LTC BTC put in a little hammer candle here, so we've still been defending this 20 EMA, this line in green that's just been, we've been riding it every time we've been getting a bounce off it. So now we're going to see with this hammer candle if we're going to be able to get up, continue this move up to test this top here around 0.01560 Satoshi. So that's the next test here, is to get up above that, or if we're going to fail there, have rejection, then finally start to roll over and start cooling down just a little bit. Because this has been a really great move, guys. This is a really powerful move that you're seeing that came in from Litecoin. You saw it go from basically $22 up to $64, $65. You know, that's a big, powerful move, and you can see all these moving averages, how you had all the golden crosses and they just flowed up. You just continue. Now they're acting as that support. You see down in here how we got beautiful support off again. So now with that hammer candle, we're just going to have to see if we do get this follow through, but we need to have this follow through on volume to be able to get up and have another leg up there and see if maybe we can test around that 0.01600 Satoshi. So we want to keep that in mind. But guys, it's still at that spot. You know, we're still a little overextended. You can see on the MACD here that we did have this cross of the signal line. We started to go down, and now it's looking like we're a little bit more neutral. We're starting to get that hook there. Our histogram starting to turn white here and flatten out just a little bit from the downside. So when you're looking at both of these indicators right here, you're looking and you're saying, okay, well that's, you know, bearish to neutral, with a possibility of it starting to turn a little bit more bearish if in the days to come we can get a little bit more of a hook and then continue to start pushing back up. So keep your eye on the MACD, and that's where I'd put it right now, guys. I'd say about neutral. It's pretty neutral here. But what you saw on the MACD is, do you see how the height of this MACD where it got up to here, and you can see where price is? And then what happened was price pushed up even that much higher, but our MACD did not come up here and set a higher high. You know, it was right around that same height as here, where it almost looks like a double top. Or those M's. Once you see that M formation, a lot of times, guys, once it breaks the neckline, then it can really go down low. So we're just going to have to keep our eye on this. We had tweezer tops that were put in here. Then we came back down, found support off the 20 EMA, pushed up higher. We wanted more. And then we saw that shooting star candle that we had rejection. Then we got pushed down into this hammer candle. And now we're just going to have to see which way that we break up. And it's about patience at this point. You know, we definitely could run, guys, a little bit higher. We still have room to run, you know, up into this region, that 1066 Satoshi. No problem about that. So keep your eye on that, but also pay attention. If we lose this 20 EMA and we start having closes below it, that's probably going to be the time to where we start finally seeing a little bit of that sell-off or that correction. Because if you put the Fibonacci, if you take it from this low here, guys, this swing low to the high, I mean, we really have not had that beautiful retracement, you know, of this full move. You would anticipate at least a retracement back down into the 0.382, around that 0.01232 area, and that would actually coincide with this trend line that I've had drawn, and that would be the spot to get a nice bounce off of and continue this move higher with good volume is what we'd be looking for. So we're just, in my opinion, we're just still due for that pullback, but we could continue to get overextended. That's part of the game. I mean, you can even see right here where we really started to get overextended. We just cooled off quick, and then we tried again, and that looked like a double top there, and we got pushed back down, guys. And typically in this space, when you see that double top, you would have kept rolling down and maybe found support down in this area. But then we moved up, and that's the market makers. They're going to do what they want to do when they want to do it. So even if some things are textbook, you still have to wait, be patient, and try to ride that whale. Remember, like I said in the last Litecoin video, we're not the whales. We need to ride their coattails. That's all we can do, and the faster we get on the coattails, the more successful that we're going to be in terms of the move that happens in the trade. So like right now, in terms of trading LTC BTC, I'm sitting in cash and I'm neutral right now, and I'm waiting to see what happens with this market, if we're going to move up or if we're going to be breaking down, because I feel like either way it's probably going to be an aggressive move. So, you know, just keep your eye out on that. We have not had this big retracement here. We haven't even really come down to this 0.236 yet, and a lot of times, guys, that 0.5 or that 0.618 is even where we found a lot of support throughout the year. Sometimes down into that 0.786 for a while, we were getting some big retracements to where we'd have a run like that and then we lose almost 78% of it. But realistically, in all my books, this is the area you'd be looking for right here for a nice pullback down or a throwback down into this area, and then finding nice support off that, and then you'd want to see a volume surge as we continue to move higher. That's what I'm looking for. So right now I'm just patient, guys. I'm sitting in cash and saying, hey, I'm going to wait to see what happens with this move, which way we're going to move. And I think that's one of the safest places to be. And one of the best things to do, guys, is have a little trading stack. You could have one small little trading stack to where you say, hey, I'm going to be aggressive with this. Then you can maybe have a bigger one where you say, this is my real trading stack. And then why not try to have some coins that you enjoy or whatnot, try to hold them long term, get them while they're cheap. You know, we've been towards the bottom here. Could we drop lower? Absolutely. But, you know, we've retraced 90% of basically all the coins. So, you know, there's only so much lower to go. But if you dollar cost average your way in, then, you know, you can't go too wrong. So, you know, those are the things that I like to do. I like to have, you know, different trading stacks and things like that. You know, I don't use much money. I basically more so paper trade, guys. In a way, I'll do a small account, put $200 or $300 in and see if I can grow it, essentially. And it's fun to do, and you know, you learn a lot without risking a lot. The first 2 years of trading and learning about all this, it's so important that you don't lose tons of money. So many great traders who are great traders now in the very beginning of their trading career lost $20, $50, $100,000, and then you're starting out so far in the hole. And for me, I just feel like paper trading or very small trading where you can figure this out and put a little money on the line so it means something, and try to do your best with that is a great way to figure it out and be patient and really learn this stuff before you start, you know, thinking you're the master of trader, because this stuff takes years to figure out. And you know, sometimes you can read one thing in a book and it'll do the exact opposite. So you always have to be prepared for that. And that's why even these chart patterns, you know, at best you'll have about a 73% success rate in a lot of these to one side or to the other side. So nothing's 100% in cryptocurrency or charting as well. So always keep that in the back of your mind, guys. But that's what I wanted to tell you. I'm waiting for the break here. I want to see what happens. Are we going to have another leg up here and then maybe finally top out at that point where we start losing a little steam and have a beautiful pullback here? Or is that pullback going to start happening today? So you can see that we wicked up through my trend line, but we have not closed up above that yet. We're going to have to wait for the close today. But this beautiful rounded bottom, that's something that's important. And really notice that that was put in. That's the big supply and demand shift. So God bless each and every one of you. Like, subscribe if you like what we do here, and we'll try to do the best we can getting some videos out for you. God bless you.